Okay, in the previous video, we talked about the user interface of the AutoCAD, I mean the uh, generals, but now we are going more into detail of the user interface. So let's begin with this application bottom here. Almost all of the Autodesk software have this application bottom here, and it includes some of the very useful options that we normally use during a project. If you give a single click on it, the menu will open, and if you click here, the menu will disappear. So we have some of these options here, and I'm going to describe them. First of all, we have new, and if you click on it, you can open a new file. You use the template AutoCAD ISO and open it, and it will give the name drawing 2. You can see the name here, and it's the same if you click here or click this button or even click here. And also we have open option that allows us to open our previous file or open a new sheet set or even be in connect with our AutoCAD web or mobile app. Also we have save and save as option here. uh, Let me describe these two options a bit more. For example, when we have a line here, here we can see a very tiny and a small star near to name of the file. It shows that this file is not saved anywhere. So when we save it, for example, in the desktop, is the name of uh, line 01 desktop and save. Okay, now the star disappear. And whenever we make some changes, for example, if we make this line, again we can see this star, and when we save it, this disappear. And also the name of file changed here, line 01 and line 01. So what is the difference between save and save as is, for example, when we have something else here, rectangle, if we click on save, this will save over our previous file, so we don't have access to our previous file anymore. But if you need your previous file and your new file that you make some change in it, you should use save as. For example, I will give the name line 02 desktop and save. So if I go to desktop, now I have two files. One of them without the rectangle, and its name is line 01, and one of them with the rectangle, and its name is line 02. Okay, so now we are working on line 02. So if I want to open the line 01, I can just open it from here, desktop, line 01. So I have both files, line 01 without the rectangle and line 02 with the rectangle. And another options here are import and export. Uh, these are very important because sometimes we need to import some files from a different format, and also we need to make export in a different format for 3D printing, or when we want to import AutoCAD file in a different software. Normally, the format of AutoCAD files are DWG. Let me show you here. At the end of the name of each file, you can see DWG, which is the normal format of AutoCAD. But imagine that we want to import a file in a different format, not DWG, for example, PDF. You can click here, and here you can choose your file, which is this file, and we will talk about these options later. I don't want to confuse you. Just click on OK. So we have the file here, and we can edit it like a normal file, and also we can save it as a DWG or save as it. For example, in desktop, line 03. So I have a DWG file out of the PDF right now. And also the same for export. When you want to export an AutoCAD file in a different format, you can use this option, and we will talk about it later. We have publish here. You can share your file, email your file, or send it to 3D print. And we have print option here that helps us for printing our file, and it shows us our plot, and also we can send our file to 3D print. In a drawing utilities, we have very important options that we will talk about it later, but the most important of them is unit. We can set our unit, and for example, if you want to work on millimeter unit, inch, or centimeter, we can set it here. And finally, we have close option here. These two, first it can close our current drawing, and this one can close all of our current open drawing. And what are these? These are the previous file that we work on it. So this is one of the way that gives us a quick access to our previous file. So we can easily click on them and open our previous file and work on them. And normally they are ordered by the date. And when you open a new file, it will shows the file at the top, and it will remove one of your previous file from the bottom. But you can pin one of your file here, and it will never disappear from here, but it will shows at the bottom, not at the top. So when you have a file that you are working on it every day, or it is important to you to have access on it, you can pin it. And also you can use this option and remove a file from this list. And here you can control how this option shows here. You can see a small preview or a large preview of your file. I guess this one is good. And if you hold your cursor here, it shows a very quick preview of your file, and also it gives some information about your file, the date that you modified file, and also the address where the file is saved there. Another thing is this one. This shows your current files, line 03, line drawing 2, drawing 3, and line 01, which is the same as these files that we are working on. Yeah, this is enough for application button. We will talk about some of the options, for example, import and export, and also print and drawing utilities later. Just now we want to introduce these options in the user interface. The next toolbar is this part, which is called quick access toolbar. Some of the AutoCAD users use this toolbar a lot. I myself not. I barely use it, but I'm going to describe it to you. It's very, very simple. In fact, it's very quick access to some of the useful options that normally we could see it here. For example, we have open a new file or open previous file, save as, mobile app, and also plot for printing, redo and undo. But the point is that we can change this quick access toolbar. How we can change it? For example, we can move it from here at the top of ribbon. Ribbon is this part, to the bottom of ribbon, like this. And also we can add some options to it. For example, we can add a layer, which is here. We can add it here. And match properties, for example. We can have match properties here. And also you can right click here and remove it from quick access toolbar. So in this way, you can modify it and add some of the options or comments that you use a lot, and that can be useful. For example, if you want to add uh, other options here, for example, let's say line, you can add to quick access toolbar. Now you have line here, circle, you have circle here, and for example, move. So you can use here, draw a line, use move. This is the way that some of the AutoCAD users like this quick access toolbar. But let's bring it back to its original place. And yeah. So we talked about application bottom and the quick access toolbar in this video. In next video, we are going to talk about ribbon, which is this big area at the top of the user interface. See you in the next video.